All right, we have a surprise speaker today. So before we get to our announced speaker, we actually have Mr. Kyle Freeman. Can I call you up to the stage, please? Kyle Freeman comes to us from Columbia, and he has announced, you know what, I'll let him say what he has announced. Let's let the man speak for himself. So welcome, Mr. Freeman, to Greenwood County. Glad you can make it. Make sure you get right into that microphone.
Am I audible? Yes. My name is Kyle Freeman. I'm 35. I've been working in logistics for the past 14 years or so, and I want to be your next United States Senator. I'm going to be going against Lindsey Graham in 2026. It's kind of serendipitous that you played the video about Jimmy Carter today, and specifically that he didn't tell a lie. My father was a pathological liar, which had its issues and its difficulties, but it allows me to see straight through people like Donald Trump. His weird narcissisms and all of that, I recognize it. And after he passed, and he was no longer there to defend those lies, I made a decision that I wasn't going to be like that, and that I was going to be as honest and truthful as I possibly can, and my life has been improving ever since. And so I want to be a politician that doesn't lie, that tells the truth regardless of the circumstances. So it's kind of serendipitous that you played the video of Jimmy Carter today, because I want to follow in those footsteps, and I want to be able to honestly look back on my career and say that I never lied. But this is inspiring, coming out here and seeing you all participating in the process. To quote Jon Stewart, he says, "The job of making the world resemble one in which you want to live is a lunch pail job, day in and day out, where people knock and pound on closed doors and grind away until they get a result, and then people have to stay there to make sure that result holds." And this is that process. You all are participating in it. You're rolling that ball up the hill, and it's inspiring to me, and it fills me with energy, and I'm ready to try to take this to the federal level and give you all the support that you're going to need. And passion like yours, and frustration, which isn't just warranted at this point, but almost mandatory. It's time for things to change. It's time for us, our relationship with our politicians to change, and our relationship with the system to change, for us to be able to trust the system again, and for us to know, to show by example that our government is made up of its people. Our government is not some group of elites that look down on the rest of us. We make up our government, and we run ourselves. And I'm hoping to be able to spread that message through example to not just everybody in South Carolina, but everybody in the country. And hopefully we can get past this dark age that we're going into and move on to something better and brighter. As for some housekeeping, I left some business cards over there if you want my contact information. Feel free to reach out. I'd love to hear from you. I do have a hard out time today, but I want to stay by and listen to as many stories as I can and really understand what you guys would need from me when I get in there. And thank you so much for having me. Thank you for letting me speak. I appreciate it. You're all an inspiration. Thank you.
We will be sure to have Kyle back at some point for a lengthier opportunity to hear from him and get him formally on the agenda, ask questions as he gets his campaign off the ground. But that was a very fun surprise to have, so thank you. It's not every day we have Senate candidates stopping in to say hey. So we're glad you made it to Greenwood, Kyle.